Hey, my name is Arnav Kulkarni, and in this presentation, I will be discussing CTE and the effects of head injuries on athletes in the NFL. According to Boston University CTE Center, CTE, also known as chronic traumatic encephalopathy, is found in athletes with a history of repetitive brain trauma. Proteins in your body fold. So, in CTE, a hit to the head causes enzymes to be imbalanced, and the protein in the brain called tau misfolds and malfunctions. The malfunctioned tau then spreads through the brain and causes other proteins to misfold as well. Over time, these misfolded proteins end up killing brain cells. So, the more hits to the head one takes, the more the tau protein becomes misfolded and malfunctions, and brain cells end up dying. CTE cannot be diagnosed until after death because you can only analyze brain tissues after one dies. Brains of 110 former NFL athletes were donated to study CTE. It was found that 99% of players in the NFL were found to have CTE. This showed how common the brain disease is and how exigent it is to take action and protect football athletes. In my presentation, I will try to address these four questions. How are NFL players' lives affected after repeatedly taking dangerous hits to the head? What is the cause of the mental illnesses that are correlated with CTE? How can one detect how head injuries are affecting an athlete's life? And how can football leagues, specifically the NFL, take better action to further protect its players? How are football players affected? Football players take repetitive hits to the head for most of their life. When trying to tackle another player, a lot of physical contact is involved. Oftentimes, heads are also involved in these collisions and take a lot of damage. Throughout a football player's career, they take many blows to the head, which damages their brain. An excessive or hard hit to the head can cause a concussion. These are especially bad because the brain nerves are severely affected. Though players wear helmets, it is not enough to protect them. The picture on the left is a model of a concussion. When a person takes a blow to the head, the brain rotates and hits the back of the skull. After it hits the back of the skull, the brain is not stable and moves back and forth. This causes the person to lose their senses. On the right-hand side, you can see the different brains. The control brain is a normal brain, where you can see there are a lot of brain cells and the DVR levels are low. However, on the CTE brain, you can see there's a lot of holes in the brain and the DVR levels are high, meaning that a lot of the tissues have been damaged. It has been proven that mental health can be tied to CTE. CTE can cause mood disorders. These include depression, emotional instability, substance misuse, and suicidal thoughts. CTE can also cause behavioral changes, such as impulse behavior and aggression. On the picture on the right, we see an athlete named Hayden Hurst, who had come out and talked about his depression and suicidal thoughts. All of these players on this slide have died and been diagnosed with CTE. The causes of many of their deaths are due to suicide and drug overdose. I have a personal connection with Demaryius Thomas, number 88 on the Denver Broncos. When I was younger, he was my favorite wide receiver because he played with Peyton Manning. When he died so young at 33 years old and was found to have CTE, I was curious and wanted to research the topic. There are also cognitive symptoms of CTE. These include difficulty thinking, memory loss, problems with planning, organizing, and carrying out tasks. Personalities of athletes also begin to change. On the chart on the left, you can see that the longer someone plays football, the more likely they are to develop these cognitive problems that are very serious. The NFL can take action to protect their players. One thing they can do is reduce the frequency of hits by lowering the amount of physical practices. This allows athletes to recover better and avoid being injured. Another thing they can do is make concussion protocol more strict. In the top right, Miami quarterback Tua was shaken up and struggled to get back on his feet. Guess what? He ended up playing the rest of the game and the following week. He got a severe concussion due to the lack of action taken to help treat his head injury. To fix this, NFL should prevent athletes from playing for some time after they have a concussion. Finally, the NFL can invest more money into research and design for helmets and create a mental health session to check up on players' well-being. And this is my works cited page. Thank you.